Welcome, students. Today we're going to talk about feudalism and the fall of Rome. As you remember, in Rome, they had a huge central government. Well, when that central government fell, people scattered. Not only did people no longer have laws to live by, they no longer had an economic system, safe travels on roads and bridges, or protection from criminals. Imagine an umbrella. Imagine you are in the pouring rain and suddenly your umbrella slowly closes. You will eventually get soaked. You have no protection from the rain. This is what happened to the people living in the Western Roman Empire. Some fled to the Eastern Empire. Most fled to the countryside. The wealthy who owned land were able to offer something to the middle class and poor people looking to survive. The lords of the manor. Landowners would hire people to run their manors. They would hire former Roman legions members to provide protection. They would hire workers to work the land, all in exchange for a place to live and protection. The manor system is a system that was a way that feudal lords organized their lands in order to produce agricultural goods. As you can see on the picture, you have your manor house where the lord lived. You have an area for blacksmith. You have spring planting. You have fall planting. You have fallow fields. Usually there'll be a church, a place where the priest lives, and several other places where the serfs would live. Feudalism, or the feudal system, the king awarded land grants or fiefs to his most important nobles, his barons and his bishops, in return for their contribution of soldiers for the king's armies. At the lowest echelon of society were the peasants, also called serfs or villeins. In exchange for living and working on his land, known as the demesnes, the lord offered his peasants protections. Is there a difference between the manor system and the feudalism? Not really. Usually with the manor system, the lord owns the land. With the feudal system, there will be a king, and he appoints lords or barons to run the land. Hierarchical systems. Both manor and feudalism served many purposes. As an economic system, goods were produced and sold. As a government, with a king or lord having absolute power. As a social system, a system of hierarchy, top having the most power. At the top there's a king, then the lords, knights, serfs, and peasants. Serfs had very little power. There were many middle to poor classes of people needing protection and work after the fall of Rome. Kings and lords used this to their advantage. Serfs usually worked the land in farms or manors for shelter, protection, and food. As you can see from this chart, always the church was on top, but during this time, people looked to the church for hope. Then you have your monarch or king, nobles, the knights and vassals for protection. Then you had merchants, farmers, and craftsmen. And at the very bottom of this is the serfs. Please feel free to rewind this as much as you need in order to get the notes that you want. Thank you.